Coffee with the Summerland kids. I'm Jericho. This is A.W.O.L Aaron here, reporting in live. Our ninth live broadcast of our morning chatter. You know, having coffee like we're just arrived to work, and now we're in a morning meeting. Here we are.
our morning meeting. We're so professional. The guy comes in with a new
Exactly.
shirt,
Yeah,
brushing his
it's freaking
hair,
awesome. I love it. America.
drinking coffee. We have no topic. We have no guest, but we're here.
Yeah, exactly. That's all that matters, man. We're game on. You know, I was gonna do I guess I could do a little show and tell with my tie. Um, it's kind of there. There we go. It's kind of hard to see from here, but it's it's uh it's an orange tie with a green print from a tire that I rolled over it. It's a little spring
What
vibe.
kind of ink is that? Is that like it looked kind of
Yeah, I
iridescent,
know.
luminescent
It's like
almost.
shiny, like freaking polyester silk or something like that. You know. And I on the back side, I sign them. This one's number 117. So I must have done like I know I did probably like it more than 300 for sure in total out there in the world. Anyways, that's that. You know.
No, a good tie can go a long way.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's a conversation opener. Conversation opener. I got to get my cojones on to like freaking bust it at the before I get to this meeting, you know, wear it out in public a little bit more because it's sort of like it catches your eye because out here no one's wearing ties out here, man. You know, in the country it's like once in a while, maybe in the evening you might see a guy dressed up or something like that, but it's kind of rare over here.
I guess maybe on Sunday you might see a few more ties. People dress up going to church.
Yeah, there's some kids that I see at the coffee shop once in a while, and they're dressed up doing a little Bible study at the coffee shop and stuff. So that's cool, you know. But so, anyways,
It's fun, you know. I used to do it all the time.
yeah,
Like I ended up
totally.
getting four suits: a winter suit, a spring suit, a summer
Oh,
suit,
rad,
and a fall suit. You know,
nice.
just kind of different colors, and then a couple of
Yeah,
sports coats, a couple ties. Was into
yeah,
fancy shirts for a while
that's cool. Nice.
with the
That's
collars,
awesome.
but I'm retired now, so this is what you get. You get a T-shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Comfort is key, and that's me when when I'm out on the farm or on the ranch, so to speak, moving dirt around the yard. I'm definitely not suited up for that. You know.
No, this is my outdoor slipper. See, it's got the
Oh,
thread,
nice.
so it's a
That's
slipper.
rad. That's awesome. Hell yeah, bro.
I'm
That's
wearing
killer.
that.
That's your OSHA approved work boot.
Yeah, I'm a homeowner, so I don't require anything. I don't have any employees. I have
Yeah.
friends that help
Hmm.
me, and
Hmm.
rarely do I give them anything other than a hard time.
Right. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's killer. God, yeah, we both have aspirations to get back to the coast at some point. I know that. You know, we're both. I'm like, frick, man. It's 1 day drive to get to Flagstaff, Arizona, from where I'm at, and it's on Route 66, which is cool. And then the second day, you get to into Los Angeles, so it's like, or you do a freaking hardcore 18-hour drive or something and drive it straight to get to the beach from here. So I'm way out there, man.
Yeah, but you got the mountains. See,
Yeah, and the river.
you have to. I mean, not everyone's from the Central Coast, where yeah, you're
Yeah,
on the ocean and you can go skiing in an hour and a half drive. Not everyone lives like
right.
that, or
Yeah,
two
no, I
hours.
know.
Um, but you're. I mean, I lived up in the Placerville area,
Okay,
and it's awesome. I mean, there's no beaches up there, but there's rivers, there's creeks,
nice.
there's so you get river beaches.
I know. I like that. I thought of that too because I'm really close to. It's called the Blanco River, And I just, I figured it's 5 minutes to get to the street, and then like 5 more minutes. So I think I'm like 10 minutes or less from the river. So I got to start getting on that game because, like you said, there's little beaches along the river where you can throw your chair and just chill. You know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess living in a beach town, it's such a trip because nature is right there at the ocean.
Yeah,
You go down to the
for
beach and
sure.
you're in nature. And when you're in the
Yeah,
mountains, you're in nature. And nature is such a
yeah,
wonderful thing. It's so diverse that
totally.
I think I enjoy every aspect of it. Yet I always long for my beach home. Go back
Oh,
to the
for sure. Exactly. What's up? Is there some national forest near you? Like if you drive like half an hour, are you in the woods from where you're at?
Let's see. I'm about 3 blocks from county property,
Okay.
about 3 miles from 3 to 5 miles to the couple different Indian reservations, and
Okay.
that's to
Wow.
get into the foothills. So to get into the foothills takes about 10, 15 minutes. To get into the mountains, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes.
That's not bad. That's cool. Yeah, that's not too bad. Is
No,
that
it,
is it? Are the
it's,
gas prices hitting you hard out there? Are you feeling it a little bit or no? Not so
is
much.
$5 a gallon hitting hard?
Okay, that is hard, man. Because out here it's like three. Maybe just hovering just above three. It might be 340. It's a lot less.
Yeah, I think at the if I drive out to the reservation, it's a little bit cheaper at their gas station.
Okay.
It's about I think 460, 480 maybe.
Okay. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, here in California, we get what's called the summer fuel blend.
Whoa. God.
So they switch basically it goes up about 60 cents to $1 in the summer
Wow.
because they have all these additives and preservatives and stuff to make it less smog and burn better. And so
Oh.
all the gas stations, when they fill their gas, they start putting, I guess they call it a summer fuel.
Right. Huh. Wow.
So it's a little bit more cleaner burning, a little more expensive, obviously.
Yeah.
Uh,
Jeez.
the
Wow.
California,
It is
it's
weird.
just it's weird. Being the fifth largest economy in the world.
Yeah.
I guess California in and of itself, if it was considered a country, would be the fifth largest economy in the world
Wow.
on a world basis.
Wow.
So
Yeah. They're charging everybody. I mean, I just don't understand why I guess because people will pay it, they have to pay it essentially, but it's almost like price gouging in some way. It seems like. I don't know, man.
well, to figure that, like your
Yeah.
beach house that you grew up in,
Mhm.
uh, probably worth close to $1 million, if not more, today.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
And so
Absolutely.
people want to live on the coast,
Yeah.
and that's why when I was living in Pismo Beach area, could not afford the house. I could barely afford to share a room have a roommate and share a
Yeah.
kitchen, share a bathroom, share the property with someone else. And even
Yeah.
up here, the price of houses. I mean, I could go to Colorado or Arizona and get twice the house I have right now for the same price.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah. So
It's
there's little places with value, but like you said, across the board, it's gotten high. I just thought of like it's almost like a hot plate. California's a hot plate, and you can either afford to fry and pay for your home cooking or not, or something.
well,
Jeez.
you were down in Los Angeles, kind
Mhm.
of for some time where it was
Yeah,
reasonable enough for a single guy to
it was.
have an apartment or a studio or
Yeah.
something. And then by the time you left, I could imagine, even when I left, there was like $1,200 rent for a shared bedroom where you have four people sharing a bedroom with two bunk beds in it.
What
Twelve
the
hundred a
hell?
month.
Wow. God.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's crazy. It's gotten wild for sure. There was a time when a friend of mine said that there's so many new apartments being built, the availability would perhaps like bring the market into shape, but I don't think it ever really did. I mean, COVID situation kind of like the market had a little holding pattern because people weren't really moving around. But as soon as that let up, it was like game on again, on numbers.
Yeah. With the whole eviction, they stopped any evictions happening and stuff. But it's weird
Yeah.
because in Los Angeles down there, they have that building you see all the time that's tagged, all the different giant.
Oh yeah, the Ocean something Plaza, I think it's called.
Yeah, and it's like, wow, this is a multi-million-dollar building that's empty.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
I watch these blogs and stuff, and it's just crazy how some of these bigger cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles, the north and the south of us, as far as Summerlanders,
Yeah.
it's just such a you got the rich people up in the hills, but then in the city streets you have homeless people. It's like you have the $3,000 apartment, and then you go to the street level and there's tent city.
Yeah, it's the like the brush between the two highs and lows, right with each other, more or less. Coexisting, for sure.
Yeah, it's I'd look at some of the Native American stuff, being that I guess I'm maybe an 8th or 16th. But so I was watching something, and the guy was talking, the Native American. He's like, well, it's very interesting to me that, being such a wealthy country, you have so many homeless people, where the Native Americans, if you're homeless, if you walked into a homeless situation and you were homeless in an Indian life, they would just give you a house. Right?
Wow.
The tribe would say, oh, you poor thing, here's a house.
Yeah.
And, okay, so why can't such a huge, wealthy society do that? Because what happens is people get stuck. They can't get in a house. Now they're having health issues, which costs the state more.
Right.
It's
super complex problems. I mean, I think there's a movie called Broken Rainbow about the Native Americans, and I think it may have been. They touch on their past and how they used to they didn't need money a long time ago. They traded livestock and things they grew, essentially, was their commodity. But when the white man, the whole thing, we took over and added dollars to the whole thing, and just blew their whole program. Like, they didn't need money. They were just existing in a realm of almost like Babylon, a dream. And it's sad that we kind of like crushed that reality, where like a gifting economy, or a economy based on just simple trading between folks. You got a chicken, I'll trade you 2 chickens for a goat, whatever. I mean, like, that was really what was up.
Well, that it trips me out, because I've been following technology. We're Generation X, so we're the ones that computers happened.
Yeah.
We had a certain amount of time where there wasn't really computers, and then there was computers, and now today we watch the computer grow up. There's AI, there's robots, and it's like the song I was playing. I might play it for our audience. I just wrote a poem, right? I wrote a poem, and I thought, well, this is kind of a good poem. I like the words. It's got a little rhymey beat to it. So let me put the words into a software that makes a voice to sing the words and music to accompany the words. And I'm a producer now, Jericho. I'm a producer. I
love
produce
it.
music. And I see a world, because I have been imagining what technology may bring.
Yeah.
And you could see it on the internet. I see a world where people don't have to work.
Okay.
I mean, the rate of technology, if I buy a robot that can flip burgers and I buy a robot that can build houses, right? A 3D printer, concrete
Yeah.
house builder. I need a 5-guy crew for a month, but I still get a
Guess not,
house,
huh?
right?
Yeah.
I still get a house. They're sending Range Rovers up on the Mars. And this is
Right.
our society. This is what we're doing these days, sending robotic vehicles that do stuff on Mars, totally autonomous.
Yeah. Wow.
And so my mind, gets this adventure to where I could see or imagine the future of a situation where we don't need money. Everything, farms and stuff are automated or at least semi-automated. And so we're not, the interview I'm doing later today with Jeremy, he always talks about, are you in survival mode?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the old operation system. You're trying to survive. You're trying to make your way, which is easy to get caught up into in the city with so much competition. But
Yeah.
you go out into the country and you have a farmhouse that keeps the rain off you. You have a barn that keeps your animals safe, and your gives you substance, gives you food. You survive.
Yeah.
And you don't need to struggle. And so I see this weird balance in the mind where, okay, if your mind's saying I'm constantly at battle, the robots are taking over, all this noise, yourself, your soul, your body goes, yeah. But if you're over here and you're saying, oh gosh, it's kind of cool, I could just make a poem and put it in and make a song or tell my robot to do stuff and use it to allow myself time for creativity, then this part of the brain starts going, oh yeah, awesome, yeah. So
Yeah.
I think mindset is such a huge thing. I know we touched on it yesterday, how
Yeah.
and some of the videos you shared, just how the mind can create your reality.
For sure. For sure. That's awesome. I'm stoked that you focused and you put your what is it? Your intentions and your focus and your just your thoughts towards a home at some point. So you essentially manifested that reality by setting your sights on it and working towards it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, I always like to, I know I repeat myself on this, but it really is in the brain. Because really,
Yeah.
I took it and I don't make much on my retirement. And my girlfriend
Yeah.
doesn't make much on her retirement, but we just made the conscious decision. Okay, 3 trips a week. How much gas is that? Okay, add
Yeah.
in 2 stops to the food place, restaurant or whatever. How much
Yeah.
money is that every month?
Yeah.
And so if I take that $200 or $300 and instead of going and traveling around town and I could walk to the park instead
Yeah.
of going out to eat, I might even stop at the food bank and eat.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
that $300, $400 a month goes into the bank. That's $5,000 in 1 year.
Wow.
So
Yeah, that's
between me and
amazing.
her, 5,000 each in 1 year. Down payment
Yeah.
for a house that quick.
Boom. That's
That
awesome,
quick.
man. It's really like living. It's a mindset, and I pulled that same, sort of like reality in for myself when I was in Los Angeles in terms of rentals. I just kept looking for the next best thing, and in some cases, someone did give me something undervalued because they were already hooked in a lease, and they're like, "Hey, you can be here for $1,000 a month, and here's the $3,000 value." And I'm like, "Sweet." So sometimes, like your energies or your karmas, something works in your favor that puts you in a perfect position, and also your knowledge of the location and the area that helped as well, because a lot of people don't even know you know, California is known for Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Diego, but it's, in terms of small towns like our little small town Summerland, no one's heard of it, you know, unless you're from the area or something. So there's a lot of hidden gems out there. You just gotta find them.
Yeah, like the whole county of San Luis Obispo. People drive through it all the time. And they might, okay, Pismo Beach or downtown San Luis Obispo. But there's all these little beaches, Cayucas, Cambria, Morro Bay, Los Osos, Pismo Beach, Grover Beach, Oceano Beach, all the way down. And it does. It kind of gets, there's areas that are out of the way, hour from a big town, 2 hours from a big town.
I think the people love it there. I'm sure the people love it. You know, the residents of those areas are holding on for dear life. I said at this point, I'm sure, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Because, you know, I'm not sure what the ratio is as far as the number of people living in cities versus the number of people living in rural settings or small towns. But I know a lot more people live in the cities than in the country.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And it
became,
really is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying it's just a change. You go from the city to the country, and it's just like the people are different, the environment's different, everything's different.
Absolutely. Yeah. When in my time in Los Angeles, my timing was such that it was like the revitalization of downtown Los Angeles and people coming back to the city after it being sort of like left for like not abandoned, but not super well occupied and not talked about. But during the time I was there, it was a time of like renaissance of the downtown Los Angeles specifically, and the incoming of, like, they hadn't had a supermarket in like 50 years in downtown LA. So Ralph's came in and put a supermarket, and it was like, oh my God, it was a big deal. It's like, because for freaking 50 years, it was just small little markets serving, because they didn't need supermarkets, because everyone was a 9-to-5er. They just split and went back to the suburbs or something after work. So anyways.
No, that's right on the nose. You know, that's right on the money. It's, you know, people drive in the city because that's where the good jobs are. And then they drive out into the suburbs and live in the suburbs.
Yep. Like living in Lancaster,
because
they live in Lancaster or Palmdale, and they drive an hour plus or depending on traffic. So they're spending a couple hours a day commuting. Also too, because the prices out there farther outside the city are cheaper and more affordable. They're building like tract home, you know, communities out there, and making it to where you can afford the American dream, quote unquote. But you're living in the desert, so to speak. So,
yeah, Lancaster, Antelope Valley, Palmdale. There's a big air base, an Air Force base out there in Lancaster, I think. So, yeah, it's definitely developing places like Palm Springs, 99 Palm, that were kind of outskirts, or even San Bernardino County.
Yeah,
San Bernardino, where they were are just really building up. I mean,
yeah,
it's interesting, you know, but at the same time, as soon as you drive an hour out, you know, you're out in the desert in Lancaster on somebody's farm. It's a whole different world.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. God.
They still have coffee, bro. That's the important thing. As long as
exactly.
I don't care. It don't have to be Starbucks. It don't have to be anything. Give me some Folgers. I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
So what do you think, Jerico? Should we play the poem song?
Yeah, play the poem. That's amazing. Play the poem. Let's hear it.
All right, and then I'm gonna slowly see if you can do this stuff, because I'm gonna do a screen share now.
Okay.
What I'm sharing, make sure the audio's on, and then that's what I'm sharing. I've been playing with the AI, putting my poems in. I'm gonna put it on the screen.
Okay, here we go. Cool.
All right, here. Okay, it's 3 minutes. It's a song. I'm gonna play version 1 or version 2.
Version 1.
Okay, version 1. An ode to the Summerland.
The Summerland kids, an amazing group. Each one of them unique. Look at the proof. Summerland is a place not too far away. Maybe you'll visit us here on Sunday. The town on the coast, a beautiful place. The name it was named for, from mythical grace. A place in forever, where we come and we go, to start a new life from the old one before. Some say it's like heaven, a place we will stay. Others profess it's the origin from where we go away. And then others might say the place is not real. Then I have to say it is something you feel. No name can express what it is or complete. Kind of a place where our souls go to eat. There is nothing quite like the friends you might make, where time and space are so real and nothing is fake. Be it on earth or only in mind, the Summerland place we'll find. Summerland is a place not too far away. Maybe you'll visit us here on Sunday. The town on the coast, a beautiful place. The name it was named for, from grace. A place in forever, where we come and we go.
That's awesome.
Version 1. Version 1.
That's cool.
We got a viewer.
I love it.
Hello, viewer. Do you want version 2? I like version 2, Jericho.
Do you?
Yeah, let's
do it.
let's
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's do it. We're here.
Okay.
Ode
Sounds
to
good.
Summerland, version 2.
Nice.
The Summerland kids, an amazing group. Each one of them unique. Look at the proof. Summerland is a place not too far away. Maybe you'll visit us here on Sunday. The town on the coast, a beautiful place. The name it was named for, from mythical grace. A place in forever, where we come and we go, to start a new life from the old one before. Some say it's like heaven, a place we will stay. Others profess it's the origin from where we go away. And then others might say the place is not real. Then I have to say it is something you feel. No name can express what it is or complete. Kind of a place where our souls go to eat. There is nothing quite like the friends you might make, where time and space are so real and nothing is fake. Be it on earth or only in mind. The Summerland place, I hope you will find.
That's the end of the lyrics. So
That's awesome. That's amazing.
that's fun. That's fun, dude.
That's cool. That's cool.
It was. I can actually take credit. I can actually take copyright on that because
That's
it was
great.
an original
Yeah, no,
poem.
I love it, man. That's a wonderful poem. It's you nailed it big time. So all the lyrics, you wrote all the lyrics basically, right?
Yeah. I just, I've been doing the poem a day thing for probably a month.
Uh-huh.
And some of them are quick little one or two liner sayings or 3-liners. Some of them I kind of have a beat in my head and an idea, so I write words out to that. And then with the Suno AI, and I got to doing some streams where I'm just in there making them. So
Cool.
I'll show how I make them. I actually have one of how I made this song.
Oh, rad. That's cool.
I just copied the poem I wrote, pasted it in the machine, and said go, and it gave me 2
That's
songs.
amazing. And you gave it the reggae motif as well, right?
Yeah, let's see. I put in there relaxing reggae.
Okay, good.
Beach
That's
vibe,
great.
relaxed reggae is the
Nice,
words I use
nice.
to
Yeah,
describe
that
the
came
music.
out amazing. That's the vibe right there. You know, I feel like we have I don't know if Summerland has a sister city or sister town, but I feel like our sister city or sister town would be somewhere in a tropical, beautiful place, because that's what it felt like being there in Summerland growing up, you know?
I think there are several Summerlands.
Yeah,
We're not the only one.
Yeah. Summerland's in our heart for forever.
Yeah, like the song, like the poem says, you know, some people say it's not real, and it's something that you feel.
Yeah, I love it. That's genius, man. Cheers to that. Well, we did another show, man. Another half
We
hour
did a
with
show.
Jerico
We
and
got
Ken.
our viewer. We seem to be getting a viewer. Awesome.
Yeah.
Like every time. I mean, it might
Yeah.
take a little bit.
No, for
And we'll
sure.
start passing that link around too, so that people can jump in. We'll start inviting people and have scheduled, hopefully.
Yeah. So was today show number 9 or show number 8?
Let's call it number
Can't
9.
remember. Number 9. Yeah. Show number 9. Cheers to show number 9.
All right.
Awesome.
And
Have a
then
great
it's
day,
always
guys.
the
Thank
coffee
you.
cup, right? As Tigger
Coffee
says,
with the Summerland
TTFN.
kids. Hell
Right?
yeah. Coffee with the Summerland
Did you
kids.
notice I
Cheers,
had a
everybody.
Tigger cup?
Yeah, hell yeah. Good times. Thank you guys.